The Sheltering Heart, Lessons of Compassion and Misjudgment. Once in a forest stood two majestic trees, towering over the lush green surroundings. The first tree, with its grandeur, reached for the heavens, its branches spreading wide to shade the creatures below. The second tree, although smaller in stature, possessed a gentle spirit and a heart full of compassion. On a serene day, a small blue bird named Indigo fluttered towards the first tree, seeking refuge from an impending storm. With a hopeful chirp, Indigo approached and pleaded, "O mighty tree, may I find shelter within your branches until the storm passes?" The first tree, standing tall and proud, peered down at Indigo. "I'm sorry, dear bird," it replied, "but I cannot grant you shelter. My branches are meant to touch the sky, and I fear they would not bear the weight of a humble creature like you." Disappointed, Indigo's wings drooped as it turned to the second tree, its leaves rustling with empathy. With a warm smile, the second tree welcomed the weary bird. "Come, dear Indigo," it whispered, "take refuge in my embrace. Together, we shall endure the storm." Indigo's heart filled with gratitude as it alighted upon the welcoming branches of the second tree. With renewed hope, the bird began to construct a cozy nest for itself and its soon-to-arrive fledglings. Days turned into weeks, and Indigo's sweet melodies filled the forest, harmonizing with the sounds of nature. But as the days wore on, dark clouds gathered in the sky, announcing the arrival of a tempest. Fierce winds howled through the forest, testing the strength of every living thing. The first tree, weakened by time, struggled to withstand the forces of nature. In one heartbreaking moment, it succumbed to the gales, crashing to the ground. As torrential rain poured down, the Neary River swelled, threatening to wash away the fallen tree. Trembling with fear and regret, the first tree knew its end was near. Meanwhile, from the safety of its nest in the second tree, Indigo observed the fallen tree with a heavy heart. Hoping to ease the tree's burden, the blue bird flew over and perched on one of its remaining branches. "Dear fallen tree," Indigo spoke softly, "your downfall occurred because you denied me shelter when I was in need." The fallen tree sighed, a tinge of remorse in its voice. "Indigo, I knew my roots were weak and my branches fragile. Granting you shelter would have endangered not just me, but also the small birds that made their homes within my boughs. I acted out of concern for their safety." Tears welled up in Indigo's eyes as it comprehended the fallen tree's selfless intentions. "I apologize," the bird whispered, "I misjudged you. Your sacrifice for the sake of others is a testament to your strength and nobility. You shall always be remembered." As the floodwaters rose, Indigo took flight, returning to the safety of the second tree where its fledglings were sheltered. From a distance, it watched as the fallen tree disappeared beneath the relentless currents, leaving a lasting impression on the hearts of those who witnessed its selflessness. And so, the bluebird and its young ones continued to live joyfully within the embrace of the second tree, forever grateful for the shelter it had provided. They understood that true strength encompassed not only physical might but also selflessness and compassion. The fallen tree's memory lingered, a reminder of the profound lessons it had imparted on their lives. Moral of the story: never underestimate the true worth of someone based on a hasty judgment. The end.